Wow, we is back. Live out your dreams. We're gonna jump straight right into it. Appreciate you for coming on tonight on short notice. Cleveland Browns coming to the end of the road tomorrow. It's been a whatever type of year. How do you feel about the Cleveland Browns as an organization, mainly on Shedeur and what he had to go through this year, and what you expect from him tomorrow? You can answer which one you want to first, but what you expect from him tomorrow?
Who they play tomorrow?
Play the Bengals.
Okay, so they both eliminated.
Yeah.
Uh, I expect him to do good. He's still gonna be out there trying. A lot of people probably just gonna be like, just try to get the game over with. But I expect some bullshit calls because they still want a top draft pick. So, but I expect him to play good. Have some. He could have 300 yards maybe, but they still gonna try to run the ball up the middle like immediately. So he might have like he might have like 170 yards, but he could have 2, 3 big plays. But they gonna run the ball right up the middle, try to get 3 and outs real quick. Gonna be 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. So it's obviously passing downs. So that's gonna mess up the stats because they about to pass the ball, the out route. They're gonna try to knock that down and stuff. But no, I expect them to have a good game tomorrow. He's gonna be trying. But they still try to get a good pick, good draft pick and stuff like that. So I expect the Substantial to, just run the ball right up the middle and stuff like that. A lot of 3 and outs.
Okay, and how you feel about the year? All this encompassing and tomorrow ending with Shedeur. How you feel how he handled himself through the year? Did he win the year? Did he lose the year? Is it, that type of stuff?
I can't say he won the year because it was just one big circus. Uh, you know, you don't get no training, no OTAs. You throwing the water boys. You don't even play a game till y'all like 2-8. Uh, but he done good so far this year. Uh, but just like I said, it's just been one big mess. I think he did enough where if a team needs a trade, they can look at him, try to get him out this situation. But it's just been one big mess. Like you said, ain't got no line, no receivers. And you just dump him in with no chemistry, no reps, no first team reps, no nothing. You just throwing the water boys. Like, yeah, okay, y'all see I can do something. Get me out here, get me on a team that at least gonna try with me.
Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to ask you about that. I feel like he won the year through all the BS they put him through. Uh, I knew he was gonna end the. I knew they were gonna end the year. I knew he was gonna play this year. I knew he was gonna do good because he's just too good of a quarterback. And I think I don't care what the Browns do. I mean, you can't stop the kid. If you put somebody in front of him, you're gonna lose. So who you gonna put in front of the kid? A rookie quarterback?
They don't care. That's a terrible
I'm
organization.
I'm
With,
just
with,
asking. I'm just asking.
I'm just telling you,
Who
when
you
when
gonna?
Spike I think mine made up when they don't care what you think, when they don't want you to shine, when they just don't want you, they they'll put Tim Tebow in front of you. That don't mean Tim Tebow better than you. It just means that's what they're gonna put in front of you. So
But
that's why it's good to get out the situation. They put Dylan Gabriel in front of him the
and how
whole
that
year.
and how that worked out for them?
Terrible. The same way it's gonna work out. Whoever they put in front of them. That's what I'm just saying. Just get out the situation because
It's,
it don't matter. When they don't want you, they don't want you. That's just one thing I learned in life. When they don't want you, they don't want you. You
yeah.
see, Warren Moon had to go to the Canadian football. He a Hall of Famer. They don't want you. They don't want you. It don't matter what you did. They don't want you. Go somewhere else. Then you go somewhere else. You shine. Now they look like idiots, but they don't care. They don't care. They run the organization. It's you think the same organization at the bottom every year because they trying? No, they just don't care.
All right. Listen to this. Can you listen? There's a question.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Listen to this. Whatever they tried to put in front of Shador this year has failed. Has fallen. I understand they don't want you. They don't want you. Cool. I understand all that. But if Whatever they try to put in front of Shedeur is gonna fall. Have you seen that or am I tripping?
I just said that.
Okay. So whoever, if they decide to put somebody in front of them again, I don't care what the Browns do because you can't really stop them. How you gonna stop the kid? He's too good. Now the only way you can stop him is just put him at the end of the bench down there, which they can probably do. Which I understand what you're saying, but there's only so far they can go with this. That's what I'm saying. It's only so far they can go with this. I don't think no other team gonna come in and do nothing with them. This is the team. This is the team. They got him on the BS contract. This is the team for him. He the only one that can bring the organization back. It's a reason he went there, in my opinion. He the only one that can bring the organization back. It's never been done before since 1999. Baker Mayfield couldn't do it. Johnny Manziel couldn't do it. Brandon Whedon couldn't do it. Deshaun Watson couldn't do it. And all the quarterbacks in between that. But the one person that can do it is the one they didn't want quarterback for. Go ahead.
I didn't say nothing. He played 6 games. I think they could have won 5 games. They'd have won 2 games because they keep throwing in bullshit calls. I
And
just said,
listen to this, listen to this. And we're gonna get that, and we're gonna get them calls out of there by tomorrow. He's on the firing block by tomorrow. He got all talks of him, or he's getting fired. Basically, he's getting out of Cleveland. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Everything they put in front of him. Remember Brian Daboll from New York, New York Giants lied on him.
yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with Cleveland.
But do you remember that?
Yeah, he was on the chop block anyway.
But he got fired, right?
Yeah, he been fired.
No,
But that-
okay, I'm saying he got fired this year, right?
yeah, like 10 weeks ago.
Okay, listen. And he lied on Shedeur, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
my
that's not
point. If they was gonna fire you, they would have fired you already.
nah, that's not true, bro. That's every organization is different. And Kevin Stefanski, he got his whatever he wanted to do with Shedeur, he gonna be out of there. And whoever else lied, he beat the Raiders. They were supposed to draft him, right?
Yeah, I
He
guess I don't
beat,
know. I'm sure.
he beat the Steelers. They were supposed to draft him too. That's what I'm saying. Everything Dylan Gabriel made his remarks. Now he was talking about him being a QB. He was laughing at the kid being a QB4, and now he'll be lucky to be a QB3 or 4 now and going further in the league with what he put on film this year. And I say he won. I say he won through all the BS because he got to play this year. He got to show his talents, and he got to show you he was the best quarterback in the draft this year, which we already knew. Now he might have lost out on some money, but he don't play the game for money. But money's still important to him. But he don't play the game for money. You know what I'm saying?
What Floyd Mayweather say?
I ain't talked to him. What you talking about?
I said, you remember that when Shane Moses was like, man, you fight for money. You fight for money. You don't fight for the love of the game. What he
Nah,
say?
it's prize fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, you idiot. I'm a prize fighter. I better fight for a prize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prize fighter. But I don't think that's why Shedeur play. I think he got a bigger purpose than that. In my opinion, I think he want to make his own name. I don't think he want to be Deion Sanders' son. I think he want to be Shedeur. Go ahead. Anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say about that?
I'm just saying, you know, I personally don't want him in Cleveland. I don't know why anybody would want him in Cleveland. It's a terrible organization. I mean, they got so much to work on. I don't even know. There's plenty of better situations out there, but
That's what I'm saying though. The perfect situation is the worst situation. If he can bring Cleveland back, that's just he brought Jackson State out of it. It's the same. It's really the same thing. He brought Jackson State out of wherever they were. He brought Colorado out wherever they were. That's what I'm saying. Dion say God put them in the worst situations for them to come and lift it up from there. Just like you said, if Dion would have went to Florida State with Travis Hunter and won a Heisman, well, he would come to Florida State anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if he come to Jackson State with me and come to Colorado with me and win a Heisman, well, you can't say, well, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, so what you think he gonna be the starter next year? You think they getting another quarterback? You think
He
Deshaun Watson back
he already the starter.
next year?
Who gonna take Shedeur job? That's what I'm telling you. Who's gonna take Shedeur job?
Okay, so they not gonna draft the quarterback.
It,
What you saying?
it don't matter what they do. That's what I'm saying. Shedeur is one of them talents that who's gonna take Shedeur job? That's what I remember when Coach Prime was saying, and we already got a quarterback.
Yeah,
And people like you said, man, nepotism and whoop de whoop.
I
And
never
got
said nepotism.
nah,
I
you gonna say
said, I said what I said was
I couldn't finish what I had to say. Go ahead.
no. I was wrong. I disrespected you. Continue.
You don't have to take it that far, bro.
No, because I keep interrupting you. You been said I interrupted. I kept
Nah,
interrupting you.
you just said disrespecting. Ain't nobody even said that, bro. You be taking stuff somewhere else. I never said you disrespected me. Go ahead though, bro. What you were saying?
No, when you finish talking.
That's I lost my point. But what you said, what you were saying,
I just said it don't matter who was on the team. Shedeur, you're gonna make sure Shedeur had the job.
that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that. That's part of nepotism. You might not have said nepotism, but if Shador wasn't the best player, he wouldn't allow him to start. He might. He'll. Shador ain't gonna do that, bro. If you got somebody like Lamar Jackson back there, he ain't gonna hold no kid back. He
I'm
gonna
not
say,
saying
"Go ahead."
I'm not saying hold him back. You probably could have just said, "Yo,
You saying that's holding
might
him
need
back?
to go to another team. I don't
Nah,
want you on this team."
that's holding him back.
That's not you can send somebody another team, Texas, Michigan,
That's,
Miami. It don't matter.
that's
Just not.
holding. That's holding them back, bro. That's what I'm saying. If somebody is better on the team and they on the same team and we can't leave and it's where we at, Coach Prime ain't gonna sacrifice the team for his son. His son, the reason that's why I keep telling you, y'all keep losing, y'all keep forgetting or sleeping. Shedeur is the reason for the season, bro. Am I tripping?
I'm just saying that's what I think.
I'm saying I understand what you think, but that's not fair for y'all to assume that just because you think Coach Prime will literally put his boy above Lamar Jackson just because it's his son. If he ain't better than him, now Shador wasn't half as good as him. You think so Coach Prime would do that?
No, I just think he would tell Lamar, "Yo, I'm not gonna recruit you. You
No,
look
no, 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 no. We on the team. We on the team. Ain't no this. We got to play
you
together.
like you tell me, you doing hypotheticals. We don't do hypotheticals.
Okay. Well, hypothetically, not hypothetically. Back to the main point. You can't put nobody in the quarterback room with Shador that's gonna be better than him. So it don't matter what they do. Don't matter what they do. Ain't nobody gonna beat out Shador Sanders for a job in the quarterback room. Now you might consider them, but whatever y'all decide to try to do, everything is falling down, bro. That's what I'm saying. So it don't matter what Cleveland do. Go ahead.
No, I don't say. I just said that's what I thought. I'm not saying you holding the kid back. I'm just sitting there saying, yo, my son, a junior or senior, he about to get drafted. You know, you good. We need a backup, but if you threaten him for the position, you need to go somewhere else so you can start. It's 100 teams out there. Go start somewhere else.
That's hypothetically speaking. We ain't talking about hypothetical.
The whole conversation was hypothetical. I'm just talking about my opinion on that. On that, that's my opinion. I'm not saying hypothetically this person better than this person. I'm just saying if there
But
was a situation, go to another team.
it, but it won't be a situation, bro.
So he's the best quarterback in the world.
He's the best quarterback in college football the last 4 years, bro. I've been telling y'all that. He's been the best quarterback in college football the last 4 years, bro. You can talk, nigga. You can have a rebuttal.
I'm just trying to think of who came out the last 4 years.
And whoever you thinking of should do it better than him.
Okay, then he ain't got nothing to worry about.
I already know that, bro. It's just the people like not just you. It's
I,
just,
it's not me. I didn't say nothing. My whole thing is it's a terrible organization. The reason I
okay,
say Shedeur
listen,
is
listen.
because
Okay, listen. We just discussed. We just talked about that, and we just said he already. This is where God sent him for a reason.
okay, but I was talking. I'm just saying my opinion. It could be the perfect
You
position to
just
play
said that.
for.
You just said that, right?
Yeah, and we'll find out because this year he only got to play 6 games out of 17 games. Or well, they played 16 games. Oh, they
But
played 17 now. They played 17 now.
do that supposed to mean something?
It mean he didn't get to put a full season in. That's what it means. It mean he didn't get they hold him for 11 weeks.
I'm saying, does that what does that mean in the big picture? What does that mean?
It mean in the big picture he didn't get to do anything. They hold him for 11 weeks, and
I'm
then if they
saying,
if they
okay,
if they do it all over again next year, and he got to come prove himself again next year,
man,
he didn't wasted 2 years. This was a year wasted. He could have won
he,
rookie of the year. He could have
he,
won.
he didn't he didn't waste this year, bro.
I didn't say he wasted this year. The
You just
team
said
wasted this year.
you just said he wasted. He would have
No, I
wasted.
said it was a wasted year. It
Okay,
was a wasted year. The team
this
wasted his year.
this wasn't a wasted year, bro. This was a great year for Shedeur. They might not have won it like y'all wanted it, but this was a great year for Shedeur. Everything happened for a reason. His teammates had to see. His teammates had to see he had to go through some things because his whole life he's always been QB1, no competition, no nothing. He's always been handed everything, as the NFL or the team might look at it. But this year showed them with all the media coverage, with all the throwing it to the water boys, that Shedeur is not normal like on a hand me down nepotism baby. You can't play football quarterback at that high level and be a nepotism baby. You got to really put in the work. His team seen somebody else coaching that wasn't his father. You know what I'm saying? So he went through the same thing as some of his teammates, which probably had never happened before. So his teammates fighting for a job, he had to go through the same thing and fight for a job. Now, if he'd have came in the number one pick, they just hand the keys over the first day, his team wouldn't even look at him the same because he helped practice squad players. He was on the practice squad. So he was down at the bottom and he rose with the he got about 3 or 4 practice squad players signed. And the team recognizes all of that. And if you can, as a quarterback, as a leader, if you can galvanize from the bottom and you can touch everybody on the team, a lot of quarterbacks can't do that. Quarterbacks such as Jay Cutler, they can't touch everybody because they just ain't got that. They just ain't got it. But if I see my quarterback going through what should do a quarterback, that gains another respect for that quarterback, so I can follow that leadership. And he already who he is, talent wise and skill wise and fundamental wise. So It wasn't a waste of year. Is what I'm really saying. It wasn't a waste of year at all. And he's already a star.
Okay. What I'm saying is they got a good enough defense with Miles Garrett. They got a good enough quarterback with Shedeur Sanders. They got some decent receivers.
Who,
They played a lot of
who got some decent receivers?
finishing. They
Okay, I'm
got a
just
lot
saying.
of
Who got
finish.
some decent
Are you
receivers?
interrupting me?
No, I'm saying who got some decent receivers?
So is that an interruption or no?
No. You said they got some decent receivers. I'm going on the question you asked.
So repeat what I said.
They got some decent receivers. An exclamation.
Is that a question?
No, I'm asking like who got some decent receivers. So that's not interrupting you. That's going along with what you said. But you so stuck on the smile stuff.
I'm saying they could have made the playoffs this year.
Okay, cool. That's all fine and dandy, bro. But like I said, this wasn't a waste of year. Who cares if they could have made the playoffs this year? What I just told you was more important than making the playoffs this year. The team had to see him go through some things. Shedeur had to go through some things on his own, which made him tougher, made him stronger. Because, like I said, he's always been QB1 his whole life. Right?
Okay. So
So what?
you don't think Lamar Jackson always been QB1?
Nah, you never know what nobody went through. Lamar had to play down there, play receiver. They wanted him to play receiver. That's what I'm saying. Everybody go through something. Shedeur ain't had to go through what a lot of you niggas had to go through. Shedeur had his father as his coach his whole life. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Okay. So you saying
I've never seen that before.
okay, so you saying
He had to go through this, is what I'm saying.
so in other words, you saying they knew he was good enough, but they had to just
I'm
put
not
him at
talking about them. I'm talking about God. He had to go through this. I don't care what they do, is what I'm telling you. Don't matter what they do. He had to go through this, bro. And he's gonna be better for it in the long run. Tom Brady didn't even play his first year. Patrick Mahomes didn't even play his first year. Shedeur played 7 games. So it's not a waste of year. That's the main point I'm trying to tell you. Who cares if they could have made the playoffs this year? They'd have made the playoffs this year. It's only gonna get better for Shedeur because maybe they can get a receiver out the draft, or maybe they can get some better O linemen in the draft. So it's only gonna work out for the better for Shedeur because their defense is already good, like you said. So with this draft, everything's gonna be there to help the offense, which means gonna help Shedeur, which means the coach that was signed to the same agency as the quarterback y'all put in front of him, signed to the same agent, he's gonna be out of there. Everything is opening up for Shedeur. Even the last 2 weeks, I seen him have a fair night, like not a fair chance. Everything was not it was just wasn't nothing in his way, like with the fake wristband and stuff. That was the last game that happened. But the last 2 games it's been just like a even playing field type thing. But he had to go through this, is what I'm saying.
okay.
Go ahead.
No, we talk about two different things. That's all. You talking about how God did it, and I'm just talking about he was in a bad situation. They've been trying to mess him up, so we just talking about two different things.
Yeah, we understand all that, bro. We already know it's a bad situation. It's Cleveland. Don't nobody want to go to Cleveland.
That
But
ain't that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't want to go to Cleveland, but everything that's happened has showed you they don't want this kid. So that doesn't give me any expectations for next year if he's on the same team. Is
yeah,
what
like I said though, I can see the light. Is what I'm saying. I can see the light in Cleveland. No matter what all the BS you do, what you talking about, I can see the light in Cleveland, and I don't know who is they don't want this kid. I know, I know what you're talking about, but like I said, everything they put in front of them has fallen.
And
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but when I say they, in the situation I'm talking about, I'm meaning no OTAs, no first team rep, wrong wristband, gotta throw the water boys. Like there's not a player that I can ever remember that's that's done any of this. So I mean, one thing is a mistake. Two things, three or four is a pattern, and they'll keep doing it. So they're telling you like, hey yo, bam, cool. Then he have a good game. They still talk about, well, do they get a quarterback out the draft? Do we do this? Do we do that? And I'm like, what's going on? So even if they do take a quarterback and he win the position back, you would have took three quarterbacks out of 4 rounds. How can you ever put a team around?
So hypothetically speaking, you talking about a quarterback next year, which I already told you, you can't take the job back. He's the quarterback. He's the starting quarterback. He's the starting quarterback. Through all that stuff you just said, all that stuff, whatever they put in front of him, he still ends up being a starting quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
He still plays 7 games. I just told you Tom Brady ain't play no. He ain't even play his first year. Patrick
Tom Brady
Mahomes,
said, do Bledsoe and learn. There's a
nigga,
veteran.
nigga. Tom Brady didn't play his first year. Patrick Mahomes didn't play his first year. Nigga, Aaron Rodgers didn't play for 3 years. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they all sit behind Hall of
But
Famers.
it don't matter
Maybe
though.
not
That's
Patrick
what I'm
Mahomes.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter though. Nigga, you still want to play.
Yeah, iron
Brett,
sharpen iron. If you learn from somebody, you
Brett
can't you
Favre,
can't still
Brett Favre ain't teach Aaron Rodgers nothing.
he's still learning. You still in the building. You still see what a Hall of Famer doing.
Well, shit, he seen what Joe Flacco did.
Yeah,
He
but
he already know what to do. You know his father come from this. You know he grew up with Tom Brady as his mentor.
yeah,
You know he grew up with Peyton Manning working them out too.
I know about Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, Steve Blake, list goes on. So he ain't really got to do what they got to do. I'm telling you, the kid is special, fool. What I'm telling you on that type of time. So that when I'm saying he had to go through this, fool. I know that whatever they put in front of him, I know, bro. I know they disrespecting the media talking. They gonna draft another quarterback. That's just the media talking. You feel me? That's just what the media talking. Cleveland know they can't draft nobody and putting it in front of the Shedeur. They ain't gonna have enough. They ain't gonna have enough fortitude. They ain't gonna have enough fortitude to stand that pressure to be a drafted a first round quarterback and be in front of Shedeur. I can't see that happening. Even if it does happen, I can't see nobody coming in. Even if they do good, it's just gonna be a lot of smoke on them. They don't know how to handle that stuff, bro. Dylan couldn't even handle it. You see, he just got a little taste of it. He started making remarks, and they gave him everything. Even they gave him a head coach. He called his draft. He knew what round he was gonna get drafted in and what pick. You seen that?
Mhm.
He got something there. He say, "I'm gonna be the 92nd pick before the draft."
I mean, there's some teams be like, yo, if you're there in the third round, we're gonna take you in the third round. You know, ain't no other teams talk to you. So some people can have an idea.
But nah, he didn't have an idea. He said what he he said what it was. Man.
Where all the boys would get together, at least in the neighborhood, wanted to talk story, hang out, check out the view. That bird back there.
What they saying?
Cleveland Browns 94, that's what he said.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you saying you want him to stay with Cleveland and take Cleveland over?
no,
So
I'm saying I see the light. I see the light in Cleveland. I don't want him to go nowhere else.
that's what I just said.
But I'm just saying I don't want him to go nowhere else and have to start all over and do all that other stuff again. He already set his foundation, set his foot down, put his flag down. He already gave back to the community in Cleveland, which I ain't seen nobody else do this year. He gave away a car this year. He went to the project. Did I show you all that?
Yeah, you show.
Yeah, so he done already made his way in the community several times. And that's where I want him to, that's where they embrace him. That's where the people, the hood embraced him. Black people, white people. I don't want him to have to go to another city and do that all over again. Well, you want him to leave Cleveland?
Yeah. I see a light. He got a light no matter what happens. But I would prefer.
Where would you like him to go? Give me some top destination where you would like to see Shedeur Sanders.
Better. I like him to go to Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. They ain't got no quarterback.
They ain't got nothing.
Cleveland ain't got nothing.
Cleveland got a defense.
They got a better record.
It's not about this year, bro. Cleveland got a defense.
Okay.
Cleveland beat Miami this year.
Because Miami had a chance to make the playoffs.
No, they didn't.
Like 2 weeks ago, they didn't have a chance to make the playoffs. What's their record? They ain't got like 9 wins, 8 wins. How many wins they got?
I'll say they don't. I know they ain't got more than 6 wins.
I'm pretty sure they had like 7 or 9 last time I looked.
Okay, look it up again. You tell me. Who they quarterback?
Shit, they ain't got one. They had 2, but it ain't nobody. They 7 or 9.
And they got a chance to make the playoff?
No, I said they had one. They lost to the Steelers and Bengals. They win those games. They got a chance to make the playoffs. They 7-9. They'd have been what? 9-7 with a chance to make the playoffs going into week 10 or week 17 or whatever.
But what's their division winner? Houston Texans. What's their record?
Yes. I got the internet up there. Stats. Okay. No, that's Houston.
So they don't got a chance to win the division.
They not in the division with Houston.
Yes, they are. Okay, they in the division with the Patriots. They definitely ain't got a chance to win.
They got a wild card. I'm saying they still. You put them in Miami. They 9. They say they 7-9 this year. They need a quarterback. That's it. He could easily take them to 11, 12, 13 wins. Easy. And you got better receiver crew. Maybe not as good as defense with Myles Garrett, no. But I mean, at least you got something to work with.
He got something to work with. God don't want him in Miami. God want him in Cleveland. If he wanted him in Miami, he'd got drafted to Miami. He already took his flag down to Cleveland. What's another destination you was like? Just Miami?
I like Miami.
That's it?
The Cowboys outside that Miami, the Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah. You know that they don't want him either. They got Dak Prescott.
Yeah, but
so it got to make sense.
Miami don't make sense.
No, I'm just saying. You said the Cowboys.
Okay, you said where else? I said that's about the only other thing, just Dallas because it's in Dallas. But Miami don't make sense as far as a good destination.
Cleveland better.
Why would Cleveland be better than Miami?
Cleveland got more tradition, more history, more prestige. And if you can bring Cleveland back, that's
Sir.
Hold on, can I finish what I have to say? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, how does Cleveland got more prestige?
Because it's Cleveland. Cleveland is a premier, one of them premier foundational NFL team. Nigga,
How?
The Cleveland Browns one of the founding teams of the NFL.
Yeah, that team went to Baltimore.
Nah, the name stayed in Cleveland.
Okay, but that team went to Baltimore.
But the name stayed in Cleveland.
Okay.
So Jim Brown records are still valid in Cleveland. That's the Baltimore Ravens. That ownership went to the Baltimore, but it's not the same team.
The whole team went to Baltimore. Then they just kept. They
They
brought a new team, and then they just gave them the same name. The whole team
no,
and went.
that team changed their name and went to Baltimore, but the name stayed in Cleveland. They
So I got.
changed their name and went to
So
Baltimore.
I got a question.
See the see the Baltimore Colts. They went to Indianapolis, so they the Indianapolis Colts, but they ain't the Baltimore Browns. They're still the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, so I got a question. If Dallas Cowboys get up and go somewhere else, they like, no, 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 we can't do this. It's a premier team, and they bring a whole other team. You know, Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, all of them went over there, and they named this team the Dallas Cowboys and just throw them in the stadium. Is that the Dallas Cowboys?
It's hypothetical. That's hypothetical.
No, that's exactly what happened.
No, this is what's that they changed their name and made themselves the Ravens and went to Baltimore. But the Cleveland Browns stayed in Cleveland. So they still have records from 1964. Like Jim Brown records still hold up to the Browns today.
But you know what I said, all right? You understood what I said.
I
You
don't understand
comprehended
what
what I said.
I
And then you said, no,
don't.
no, no, I don't want to talk about that.
I said that's a hypothetical. You just said we're not talking about hypothetical. So I went to a real situation, which really
Okay.
happened. Baltimore left the coach left Baltimore. They
Mm-hmm.
kept their name and went to Indianapolis.
So,
Cleveland left. Cleveland Browns left Cleveland, but the Browns didn't keep their name. The Browns had to change their name to the Ravens, so that's a new franchise. That's all new things when they go to Baltimore. But they left everything else. They got to change their colors. They got to change their mascot. They got to change everything. They got to have a new history book over there. But we're gonna keep everything Cleveland Browns here in Cleveland, and we're gonna bring another team 5 years later, and we're gonna name them the same Cleveland Browns, and they're gonna have the same records. It's just gonna be different ownership. It's gonna be the same team, just like the Houston Oilers left. Now they the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans is an expansion team. See, they had to come in with a new name. They couldn't be the Houston Oilers no more. They had to come in with a new name.
so you could be in the NFL for 5, 6 years. You go to your
It's
whole
not.
team.
It's
You play
not five,
in
six
the
years.
expansion team.
The Browns been there for 40 years.
No,
They've been
I'm just saying, if you a player, and you've
no.
been there
We're
for
talking about teams.
okay, so the whole team got up and left. Now they're an expansion team.
No, the owner.
The team did too. Quarterback, coach, receiver,
No, the owner
coaches.
left. The owner
So
left.
so everybody else stayed.
No, you're not listening. The owner left. Cleveland. The owner left Cleveland, bro.
So everybody else stayed.
Nah, they fired. They fired everybody. Bill Belichick was part of that staff. That's Bill Belichick last year. They fired their staff and started a whole new thing.
So what happened to the players?
Niggas free agency. I don't know what happened to them niggas. Free agency. Ain't no telling what happened.
The whole team was free agency.
No, ain't no telling what happened. They probably got expansion draft. They can do things like that. But the players or whatever they are, they ain't the Browns no more. They Ravens. That's a Ravens team. So Lamar Jackson records won't count as the Cleveland Browns record. Just like the Seattle Supersonics and the Oklahoma City Thunder, all their records go with each other.
Yeah.
Their
I'm
records are
not
all the
talking
same.
about record. I'm just saying.
But that's part of the team.
I'm just saying. You said they a prestige premier
Yeah.
program,
Like that's a with a great fan base.
but they ain't done nothing in the last 10 years.
Nah, this the NFL is different in college, man.
So
NFL,
when last time Cleveland did something?
Cleveland ain't never did nothing. They did something in the 60s, the 50s, the 80s.
So all that count.
Nah, the NFL, like, it's a premier team. It's only 32 teams. It's premier team. It's only 32 teams.
Okay.
They started the NFL.
Okay, so who another premier team in the NFL?
The Raiders. These are people that started the NFL, the Raiders. That's really the Raiders, the Browns. You can throw the Cowboys in there, but they ain't one of the original founding members. The Raiders
So
and Browns.
so the Browns got more premier and prestige than the Cowboys.
No, they are a founding member of the NFL, is what I'm saying. Prestige in college football is different than founding members in football, in
You said,
NFL.
but your word said prestige earlier.
No, it's different. Like the founding teams in
Oh,
the
you just now said. I'm saying you maybe misspoke, but you said founding now. But what started? You said prestige. This is a
that's
prestige
that's
team.
it is a prestige program. It is.
Okay,
It's
so they got more
Cleveland
prestige than
Browns.
the Cowboys.
The Steelers, the Steelers, the Browns, the Raiders.
Okay,
Hold on, I'm still thinking. These are some of the founding teams.
okay. But my question is, do the Browns have more prestige than the Cowboys?
The Browns are a founding team. It's not
Okay,
about prestige. It's a founding member of the NFL.
and you talk about before the merger, like when the first Super Bowl happened.
Nah, just let's go look up the Cleveland Browns.
Because it was two leagues and they merged together.
Hold on, let me go look up the Cleveland Browns. Go look up the Ravens and see what they say about the Ravens. See if that's a new team and an expansion team. Since resuming operations in '99. That's what I'm saying. Suspended operations for 3 years, 4 years. The Browns' intellectual property, including names, logos, facility, and history records, which I was talking about earlier, were kept in trust, and franchise was regarded by NFL as suspended, guaranteed to return no later than the 1999 season. While several franchises considered moving to Cleveland, it was confirmed the NFL will hold the expansion draft. Although the '99 Browns were restocked with via expansion draft, the Browns were not considered to be an expansion franchise. That's all I was saying.
Okay, but you heard what they wrote, right? I mean, we just saying different things. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying the team left. They got an expansion draft. It's an expansion team. They just don't consider it an expansion team.
It's not an
But
expansion team.
how did how, did-
It's
how
the
did they stock their players?
it's the Cleveland Browns, bro, because the history. You see that key word history? This key word right here, history, were kept.
How they keep it? They just did that. It don't mean it. Don't make it not a lie. They just did it.
Hmm?
You got an expansion draft. You got an expansion team. They just don't consider an expansion team. They won't consider it.
It's not an expansion team, bro. Expansion team will be the Ravens, the Texans.
Okay. Name one team. Name one team that took 3 years off.
It ain't about all that, bro. Expansion team would be the Jaguars.
So how the Jaguars get their players? Name one thing Jaguars did different than
Not about that, bro. The team is from the city, the Cleveland, the Browns, the team.
So if you said the team is from the city, that's the same thing as Houston. But they not the same team.
Not the same as Houston. The Texans are an expansion team.
What did they do different?
They got history. If they still got their history. If they were an expansion team, they wouldn't have their history. Cleveland Browns were founded in 1944.
And then what you okay. Then what year did they get up and go to Baltimore?
95.
Okay. So what happened in 96 with those players? The players that on the 95 team, what happened in 96?
Who knows, bro? I couldn't tell you what happened to them players.
Well, look it up. You got a computer. You write on the computer.
Because
You know what I'm saying.
No,
I'm not saying they didn't keep their history. I'm saying the whole team got up and left. And they were like, no, we can't do that. We're gonna bring another team here and got an expansion. And then we're just gonna let y'all keep the same records.
Who is y'all? Let y'all. You can't let nobody, you can't let nobody keep the history of a team.
They just did it.
It's the team, bro.
Hey, you just read that. You just read what they just did.
Okay, well, however you want to call it, bro. Cool.
But I'm just saying, that ain't what happened.
No, it's not what happened.
Then what happened?
They let them keep their history. The history.
Stop saying it. Just say it another way. Say it over because I'm not comprehending because you keep saying history. Just like don't define. Like when I was in school, they said you can't define the word with the word. Tell me another way.
What other way is there to describe history? I said records. You couldn't comprehend that either.
Well, I'm telling you, they was there in 95. They're not there in 96. What happened to the players that was on that team in 95? They were in Baltimore. Then in 99, they brought an expansion team there and just gave them the same uniforms and had an expansion draft. That's what I'm saying. You said no. That ain't what happened to history. They kept the history. Yeah, just because somebody somebody put you in the house don't mean you got the same history as the house. They just gave you the history of the house. That's all that is. But that ain't the team. That ain't the team that did those records. The team that did those records went to Baltimore.
Jim Brown will never be considered a Raven.
And fucking Warren Moon will never be considered a Tennessee Titan.
Because they're not the same thing. But he was with the Titans this year, and he gave Cam Newton his jersey.
Yeah, but he's not
because he's still with the organization.
No, they just kept their history.
Because he's still with that organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That organization is in Baltimore. When you say organization,
but Jim Brown won't go. He can't do that in Baltimore. He goes to Cleveland because Cleveland is where he's at.
I'm not saying
that's where his history is at. But you just said Warren Moon. Warren Moon won't be considered a Titan, and I just proved to you a fact. What he did this year, he gave Cam Ward his number.
Yeah, because they in the organization.
Exactly. So
somebody lying here. Not like you or me, somebody lying. If the whole team get up and leave,
they gotta change their name.
Just because they change their name. People change their names.
No,
Seattle Supersonics, Oklahoma Thunder.
But that's the same organizations. They still tied together.
But why is one considered the same organization, the other one not?
Because they got the same organization. You can't leave the Cleveland Browns and go nowhere else because they're such a part of the NFL.
But they did.
But they didn't because the history still stayed in Cleveland.
Okay, so they had a whole NFL team, and the NFL team just took 3 years off.
Nigga, they got a whole NFL team, and they took 3 years off to get get new ownership because then nobody owned the team.
Okay. There nobody owned the team, or there was no team.
There is a team. The team been there since 1944.
So what happened to the team in 96, 97, 98?
They gone. They left. That team left and changed their name. That team left and changed their name. So it's still not the Browns. That team that played for this team called the Browns, they got changed their name and went to Baltimore. But the name stays here. So
I never said the name did stay there.
So whoever we bring here are the Cleveland Browns.
But it's still for all intents and purposes an expansion team. They just don't call it that.
It's not an
but that's what happened.
Team. It's not an expansion team. Because they still got their jerseys retired from 1965. They still got their head coach memorialized. They still got Jim Brown retired, Luke Rosen. They still got all these people retired. Ozzie Newsome. They still got Cleveland Browns legends. Bernie Kosar. They still got these people retired. They still recognize them people.
Okay.
So you can't erase that history.
Man, what I'm saying is, and I'm being very clear, if two people do the same thing, and somebody say one person did do it, but the other person did do it, somebody lying. There's no difference between what Cleveland did and what Jacksonville Jaguars did, except one just got the whole name from another.
There's a big difference. Jacksonville Jaguars ain't never been heard of before. Jacksonville Jaguars didn't build the NFL. That's the difference. They don't have a history. They don't have a culture. They don't have a fan base. They don't have nothing. But Cleveland has something that's already here. Cleveland has a rich history in this game. Cleveland has one of the greatest players this game's ever seen. So you can't erase that history just because you want to erase that history. You can't erase those records just because you want to erase those records.
So this team just took 3 years off for no reason, just because they wanted to break.
But like I said, Cleveland, I like Shedeur in Cleveland because nobody's ever turned this franchise around. Nobody's ever done it. And for Shedeur to be able to do that, which he will be able to do that, it's going to speak volumes of who he is. They already love Cleveland. I mean, they already love Shedeur in Cleveland. Just because of what he done for the city as soon as he got there. But I like Shedeur in Cleveland. I just didn't like the stuff that's around him, like the coaches and stuff and the media. But he'll beat that too because he already beat that, to me, in my opinion. He already beat the media. He already beat the coach. And the owner see him as a okay, cool. His daddy come to the games every week. I can promote that. He's already he's already, I wouldn't say the biggest star in the league, but in my opinion, he's the most talked about star in the league. I know he's bigger than like Patrick Mahomes and stuff. They don't move the needle like this kid do. So I really like him in Cleveland. Miami, on the other hand, they won 7 games this year. That's great for Miami. They got a rookie quarterback though. I don't want that pressure on Quinn Ewers. I want him to go like Shedeur's an all-purpose quarterback now, even because playing in Cleveland, playing in that weather he been playing in, he been playing it outside. Remember you said I wouldn't want to play in Green Bay. I want to play in the somewhere that's more what you call it, climate control. It's making him an all-purpose quarterback, playing any weather quarterback, which the greats do, like Tom Brady, Brett Favre. He's coming into one of those, and he's been prepared for it because he went to Colorado and prepared for that. So that's why I think God set him up for that too. And Cleveland much colder, I think, but he's like an all-purpose quarterback. He's tough. He ain't one of them quarterbacks like in Miami. Say if Miami go to the playoffs in December, they lose every time. They lose. I don't know why they lose, but they lose every time. I think they lose because of the weather. They got the white jerseys on going to New England or something. They lose every time. But being that climate, he's already tough. I think I can see the light in Cleveland is what I'm really saying.
God, which is a light anyway. But I was just saying,
I can't hear you.
I said when God with you, there's a light anywhere. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna go to a game, it's gonna be in Miami, it ain't gonna be in Cleveland. So
I'm not just talking about you, bro.
I know. I'm just saying that's why I will personally like him in Miami. I think Miami a good fit for him. I don't know why they ain't drafted him.
You think Miami a good fit for you because you want to go to Miami.
I think it's a good fit for him, period.
Now you just said if I want to go to a game, I'll go to Miami.
I'm gonna go to a game, it's gonna be in Miami.
That's what I'm saying. So you think it's a good fit for you?
No.
That's what you just said.
I could go to Miami right now. That ain't got nothing to do with him. I go to Miami and watch a game right now. They got nothing to do with him.
No, we're talking about Shedeur in Miami though. So that's what dude make about him. So because you said Miami and Shedeur. You just like to say shit and then say some other shit. But it's all good. I like the kid in Cleveland. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel in Cleveland. Now, I don't like Miami because Miami ain't never won nothing, first of all. And second of all, when it get cold, Miami don't be ready. Once Shedeur already in that weather, he already prepared for it. Like the great quarterbacks in New England. You see how motherfucker Peyton Manning freeze up in the cold temperatures? He got to be in the dome to win. They got to have home field advantage.
Yeah. But in 10 years, all them things will be roofs.
But Cleveland going to have open. Buffalo still going to have their stuff open. We ain't talking about 10 years. We're talking about today.
Well, today, they ain't making the playoffs, so you better be talking about the future.
No, I'm just saying we talking about his career today and then going forward. We ain't talking about 10 years from now.
Repeat what you just said.
See, there you go. Look, you like.
No, I'm just saying. Repeat what you just said.
You like to look for BS, bro.
No, I'm just saying. Repeat what you just said.
You like to look for BS, bro. We're not worried about 10 years from now.
Okay.
We worried about the next game on the schedule. Next game on the schedule is gonna be outside in Cleveland. But yeah, you ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't got nothing for me.
No, we've been doing it for an hour. I told you Cleveland for all shits and purposes is an expansion team. You start talking about the history and how it's the same team. I was like, they just because they call it a spade don't mean it's a spade.
I'm just telling you. I broke it down why it is what it is. You didn't want to accept it.
No, I'm not going to accept.
Okay, but that's what it is. But that's what it is.
Okay,
that's what it is. Don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what happened. It's not even my argument. I don't care what it is. I'm just telling you what it is, what happened. I'm just telling you what happened. You ain't got to accept it. I'm just telling you the factual basis of what happened. Okay. Now you can draw it up, close your eyes, put a circle on it, and call it what you want. But I'm just telling you the factual basis of what happened. So this
factual basis is that there are history books in schools where they call slaves indentured servants, and that's not the same thing. So just because somebody wrote it down and say that, don't mean that. I mean, they had an expansion draft. The team left. How do you have an expansion draft? You got to have an expansion team. So how can you have an expansion team and not have an expansion draft? Like just because somebody say that don't mean nothing. All they did was kept the same name. They said whoever gonna come here, you can't name your team.
So the name of the team. So the name of the team is the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
And they kept the same name again.
Yes.
Okay, man. We're gonna wrap it up on that one, guys. Y'all can call it what y'all want to call it.
Just because somebody say you're gonna keep the name don't mean that's your lineage.
That's the name.
No,
that is the lineage. That is the lineage.
No.
That is it's in.
No, Peck, listen.
I've been listening.
No, you're not listening. I'm telling you right now. Lineage is a very specific word with a very specific meaning.
Okay.
It's not their lineage.
Okay, well, tell me what it means.
Your bloodline.
Okay, this is sports, so that ain't got nothing to do with bloodline.
You can comprehend that.
No, bloodline is blood.
No. If you're not comprehending that, you comprehend that. It don't fit your argument, so you act like you can't comprehend it. It's not their lineage. You know exactly what I'm saying. What I mean.
No. Lineage is something else, completely different. They ain't got nothing to do with football.
Okay, so this is lineage in NFL.
Can I speak?
Go ahead. No.
So if you want to use better words or better terms, to say what you're trying to say,
yeah.
But like I said, Baltimore Ravens is an expansion team. They got a whole new name.
Okay.
They're not the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
I gave you plenty of examples. Baltimore Colts left Baltimore Colts and went to Indianapolis and became the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. Cleveland Browns didn't leave Cleveland and go beat the Baltimore Browns.
Lineage in NFL different. And football would be ownership and organization.
No, lineage, you just said blood. Lineage, you just said blood.
If you gonna let me finish talking, or you gonna keep interrupting me?
No, you interrupted me. Lineage, you just said blood. Now you saying it's ownership in NFL. Can't be two things. It's very specific meaning what you just said. Go ahead.
No, go finish reading the definition. So you
can comprehend. This is you. I'm doing this for me. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
If one person own a team, one person coach a team, and then one person is the quarterback, and the very next year, the whole team gets up and goes somewhere else. That's your lineage. Just because they pop somebody in where you used to be, that's not the lineage. That's your whole bloodline.
Like I said, folks, we're going to wrap it up like I told y'all. Yeah. We'll wrap it up on this. Any last words you got to say?
Yeah, y'all can find me Damn Cool Comedy on Instagram.
And y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all hit me back next time.